whole number answers. So here we go. I'm going to sing the formula. Do you guys know it?
Yep.
X equals negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Yeah, start memorizing. Okay, I'm going to write that out, and then we're going to go through and talk about what that means. In order to plug things into this formula, first I need to find out what a, b, and c are. They're the coefficients. A is what's the coefficient for my x squared term. B is the coefficient of my x term. C is my coefficient of my constant. I guess it's not really a coefficient, it's just a constant. Okay, A, B, and C. Let's plug it into that formula. X is going to be negative 2, which is like positive 2, plus or minus square root. B squared is negative 2 times itself, which is positive 4, minus 4 times 1 times 8, 4ac. Please be really careful with negative signs. The place where students make errors in these problems is because they lose those negatives. They're really important. Also, make sure you remember it's all over 2a. Okay, let's go through and start simplifying. That means I'm going to have 2 plus or minus the square root of 4 minus 4 times 1 times negative 8. Well, 4 times 1 times negative 8 is negative 32, and it's being subtracted. So what I really have is 4 plus 32 under the square root. I'm going to move over here, so running out of space. Okay, so now I have x equals 2 plus or minus square root of 4 plus 32 is 36, all over 2. Square root of 36, you guys already know what that is. Square root of 36 is 6. So I'll have two different answers. X is going to be 2 plus 6 divided by 2, and I also have to do 2 minus 6 divided by 2. This plus minus thing means I'm going to have two different answers. 2 plus 6 is 8 divided by 2 is 4. That's one of my solutions for x. The other solution will come from 2 take away 6 divided by 2, negative 2. I think my answers for x are 4 and negative 2. The way I could check would be to go back to the original problem, substitute them in one at a time, and make sure they are equal to 0. So let's do that with 4. We want to make sure that 4 squared, 16, take away 2 times 4, which is 8, take away 8 more equals 0. Good. That guy works. Now let's go back and try it with negative 2. Is it true that if I do negative 2 times itself, take away 2 times negative 2, take away 8, I get 0? Let's see. 4 plus 4, take away 8. Yeah, good. That's how I can check my work and make sure I got these correct. These are my solutions for x. If I had to graph this, these would be my x-intercepts. So it's kind of a long mess, but you guys will get better at it, especially once you memorize the formula. But again, please be really, really careful with those minus signs. Don't mess those up. Write everything out and don't try to do it in your head, because that's where most of the errors happen.
All right, I think we're done.
All right, so the only other thing that I would normally do as
wait a minute.
any other math lesson is I would go back to that first video, and then I would show the video again. Because then kids would get more out of the video now that we've just talked about all of that. So I don't know, are these your last two interpreters, or do you want to take do you want to take it? Do you want to take volunteers for it?
Yeah, no, Pam's done it before. I've done it before in a very bad situation. Okay, anybody want to do it? Anyone?
Otherwise, these guys are staying up again.
Okay, you guys are up. You already did it.
Oh, they already did it again. Oh, you did a good job of it too, because you were kind of like bouncing around. You were pretty good.
I don't think you did this one. I thought you did. Please
No, this
excuse
is
my.
that one that
Oh, is that the one with the, that's the one we did?
Come on, girls.
Yeah,
Let's
this
see
is
it.
So this is the one that we did at the beginning.
Come on.
So guys,
Shake it, baby.
Once you get remember, you're not going to get all the words out of it. You would just interpret all the words here out of it.
All right, we have volunteers. We're good to go.
All right. So
All right.
This is how we would end our lesson one.
Yeah, I think we can put this on YouTube later for fun.
Two-way, hey.